I just got done taking a Rudolph. And I'm going to tell you something. Mason Adrian Rudolph should have been suspended for his instigated part in what happened with Myles Garrett. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't want him suspended because as a Browns fan, I love watching the Steelers fans that actually thought that this guy was their future. I love seeing it. This guy's not the future. He's not even a viable backup. He's straight trash. You know what he is? He's a good thrower of a football, but he's not a quarterback. He can throw a spiral, and if you notice when he throws a deep ball, he throws it and his leg picks up. It's just like, it's like a movie. It's so stupid looking. It's like that one movie. I forget what movie it was, but he's a good thrower with a spiral, but he's not a good quarterback. He can't make throws. He can't throw with anticipation. He's just not good. He's a backup at best. You didn't have a clean pocket, Adrian, now did you? But I don't want to suspend it. Because I love watching him suck. He sucks. And he was so mad that game. If you look at his body language after every interception he threw, after every sack, he was flustered. He was frustrated because usually Mason has a clean pocket. That offensive line holds up usually. But they got manhandled, mauled, and physically humiliated, destroyed by the Cleveland Browns. They couldn't hold up. And Mason was under duress. And Mason, who threw 4 interceptions, should have thrown about 8, at least. So, Mason, you're not going to have a clean pocket all the time. You went from below average game manager to now just flat out garbage. And I believe Mason Rudolph should have been suspended. I don't want the NFL to do this because, believe me, he got to play so we could just laugh at him. He should have been suspended. Listen, if Mason Rudolph, Myles Garrett sacked him. And I'll admit, Myles Garrett, when he grabs a quarterback, here's what Myles Garrett's thinking. I'm taking him down. I'm going to take him down. I'm not going to sit there halfway when the whistle blows and try to hold him up when I'm all. So he took him down. And Mason Rudolph didn't like that because he got sacked again. He played like shit. So he tried to grab Myles Garrett's fucking helmet and rip it off his head. Myles Garrett grabbed him. And if you notice the one point in that video, Myles Garrett was about to swing at him. You could tell. And he pulled back. And then all hell broke loose. Fucking the Steelers players grabbed him. Myles Garrett still had the helmet. And then what do you know? Mason, fucking, my daddy has more money than you. You can't touch me. Adrian Garrett comes at Myles Garrett. And Garrett makes a stupid mistake and swings the fucking helmet at him. If Garrett would have swung a punch, no problem. But he had the helmet in his hand. I don't know why he should have just let go of it, but in the heat of the moment. And these former NFL players, I'm just embarrassed for them. Some of them calling for him to be banned from the NFL. Some saying should be having charges pressed on him. What world do you guys live in? Did you ever play the game? If Mason Rudolph would have pressed charges on him, the NFL, he would have been a laughing stock of the National Football League. He's an embarrassment. But yeah, the only mistake he made was he should have dropped the helmet. If he would have punched him in the face, it would have been a 2-game suspension. It should have. Or maybe 3, because in my opinion, Marquise Pouncey did. I mean, you got a defenseless man on the ground, Myles Garrett. What's Marcus Pouncey doing? He's punching him and he's kicking him, basically trying to kill the guy. He's on the ground defenseless. He's just over there kicking him. That's embarrassing. And let me tell you something, Pouncey. Why are you trying to punch a guy with a helmet on? Are you fucking stupid? Are you a fucking retard? He should have been suspended the whole fucking season too. This guy's on the ground defenseless. And this guy's over there trying to kick him and punch him. It's bullshit. But Myles Garrett, that's a big blow. That's a big blow because he's probably the best defensive end in football, or at least one of them. And he's a game changer. Cleveland Browns defense. Did you ever see a Pittsburgh Steelers team get manhandled at the point of attack like that? They got fucking destroyed. Even that great defense. Did anyone hear Minkah Fitzpatrick's name at all? Not one time. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Pittsburgh. You were exposed. And if the Cleveland Browns had a head coach, this ain't on Mayfield. If the Cleveland Browns had a head coach that knew what he was doing, an offensive coordinator instead of a head coach trying to play offensive coordinator and head coach at the same time, if we had Todd Monken calling the plays, we would have scored 40 to 50 points on that defense. That defense is average at best. It's been the beneficiary of playing fucking garbage opponents. The Dolphins? The Bengals? I mean, come on, man. You played nobody. You finally play a good quarterback with elite talent around him and a horrible head coach. Believe me, we should have scored 50 points if we had a good coach. So, Freddie Kitchens will be fired after the season. John Dorsey has to just come out and say, look, I fucked up Antonio. Listen, I fucked up Antonio Callaway. I wasted a draft pick. I wasted a pick on Austin Corbin. Yeah, Dorsey, you hit on a few, but you missed on a few too. So you fucked up. You dropped the ball. And on this hiring here, this is as bad as fucking up any draft pick. This is even worse. You got the wrong guy. Basically, Baker Mayfield was ready to ascend to the top of the National Football League. But you brought in the worst coach possible for him. And guess what? His season didn't go like he should have. Next year, Mike McCarthy, whoever the fuck it is, Baker Mayfield will go back to the top. Trust me. At first I was sitting there saying Mayfield this and that. This was weeks ago. But then I started studying. I don't think there's a quarterback in the National Football League that can do anything in this guy's playbook. Freddie Kitchen has like 9 plays, and he runs the variation of them 4 or 5 times each the game. He's horrible. And I think bringing Odell, I can't speak. I think bringing Odell Beckham Jr. was a mistake because Mayfield last year was hitting receivers. He brings in Odell Beckham, and it just fucks all the chemistry up. So, and Beckham, to be honest with you, the Giants knew what they were doing. They knew they were drafting a young quarterback. They didn't want Odell Beckham. Look, they know him as good as anybody. Better. They didn't want Odell Beckham Jr. around a young quarterback they just drafted. They knew they were going to play him. They got him the fuck out of there because they knew what was going to happen to the young quarterback when Odell Beckham Jr. is there. The quarterback got to be the leader. And Odell Beckham shouldn't be on the sideline trying to talk to the team. Now, you look at Mayfield's performance all year. The San Francisco game, we were about to win that game, and Callaway blows the game by dropping an easy touchdown pass, which turns into an interception. 7 points the other way. That's a 14-point swing. But any fans out there that thought it was Mayfield, I think you should search again. It's fucking Freddie Kitchens. And I don't know why he's not fired. Well, I understand why he's not fired right now. Midway through the season, they're going to let him ride it out. Give him 1 year like Rob Chudinski. If Rob Chudinski had this fucking talent right now, the Browns would be 10-0, 11-0, 10-1, whatever. So, yeah, the NFL fucked this whole thing up with Myles Garrett. He should have never got fucking 6 games. You know what he should have got? 2 games. I said it when I first watched it. I said his season's probably over. Then I watched the whole thing. I got all the facts straight. I said, you know what? 2 games. That's it. 2 fucking games. So the NFL fucked the Cleveland Browns once again. And if the NFL didn't reverse a play that they never reverse anyway. Last year when the Browns played the Oakland Raiders, we had a first down, the game was over. But they reversed it so John Gruden can get his own win, his first win. The NFL fucked the Cleveland Browns in more ways than one. So the NFL and Roger Goodell, you suck. Myles Garrett will not be suspended next season at all. He'll be available opening day. Unless he starts acting like Vontae Burfict out there in the public, he'll be playing opening day. And Mason Rudolph, get ready to be a backup because Roethlisberger will be healthy next year and you will be relegated. Probably number 3 behind Duck, whatever his name is. If I was the Steelers, I'd be seriously considering playing that Duck guy because he's better than Mason Rudolph. By far better.